Welcome back. In customer relationship management, today we are going to discuss CRM roadmap for business applications. CRM actually aims at attaining the customer's needs. For any organization, it is very important to meet the customer's needs. So, this CRM roadmap is going to help any organization as a strategic plan which identifies how a company can meet and exceed the customer's needs. This process includes assessing how the sales, marketing, and service entities work together, right? How they are working together for gaining an insight from their customers. How an organization can use all these entities like sales, marketing, and services to gain the insight from their customers. Example, how can we get an insight of purchase history? How can we get the details of what are the desired products or services by the customers? So to gain such knowledge, they are using these elements together, and also to produce valuable offerings or products. For example, a network communication company is providing personalized offers, personalized services also. For few customers, they are actually offering this discounts, or maybe in prices. Maybe what they are offering is like some services they are giving it free of cost to a particular customer. Such kind of customer specific products or offerings can be given by implementing a successful CRM, and so that actually we are getting all these three entities together, and by actually getting this sales, marketing, and service entities together, we are actually able to provide the ultimate customer experience, right? So for example, multiple touch points we can know, and we can use those multiple touch points of the customers, and 360-degree view of the customers also actually will be enabled by using these CRM applications. If we can actually successfully, if we can implement this, we will come to know all the aspects of customers. So that is what we are calling it as 360-degree view of the customer. So how we can implement this CRM roadmap? How can we successfully implement this CRM? These are the 8 steps which we can understand with this diagram. There are 8 stages in the implementation procedure, right? So we will discuss one by one. First step or first phase is scenario analysis. In this phase, an organization, before planning this roadmap, it has to analyze the environment of the business. How can we analyze this environment of the business? We have to answer few questions like, what is the business of the firm? Who are the customers? What is the competitive environment? Where is the firm placed with respect to its competitors? So how many customers are there, and where we are among all these customers, right? And what is the present business scenario, and how is it likely to evolve in future? At present, how is the industry, and how it will be in the future? And by answering these questions, by analyzing this environment, actually it helps the firm to find its position when compared to its competitors, and where there is a necessity for improvement, where we have to improve to compete with the competitors, to compete with other manufacturers the same product. Yeah. So for that sake, we have to answer all these questions before going to any step of implementation of this CRM, right? First, what we are doing is analyzing the business environment. And in the second step, we are defining the purpose of CRM. After analyzing all the environment of the business, now the necessity of the firm is to define its purpose. For what actually we are going to use this CRM. So when we actually know what is the problem, so now we have to think for what will be the solution, right? So for that, first to decide what is the problem. For that, we have to know the purpose of implementation of CRM. What is the problem that we are going to solve with our CRM application? We have to know. After analyzing all this business environment, definitely we will come to a decision. What will be our purpose and what will be our functionality of our CRM. This may be to build more effective, efficient and long-lasting relationship with their customers. Maybe, right? One of the purposes might be effective and efficient and long-lasting relationship with their customers. Or firms should not embark upon a CRM exercise just because competitors have done, so we have to do the same. It should not be that should not be the purpose, right? Someone else has done that, so I will also do that. It may not work out. So we have to plan the CRM according to our own necessity. It should not be just because someone else has done, right? So like that, we have to decide our purpose, the genuine purpose we have to decide, and we'll go to the next step after defining the right purpose for what we are going to use the CRM. The next step is business planning. Here we are planning our business. So now we know what is our purpose, for what we are going to work. For that, how we are going to do that, we will plan here. For example, if our objective or our purpose is to attain or to retain 80% of customers, 80% of the customers should be retained by our company. That is our purpose. So how we can achieve that? For that we have to plan, right? So how can we plan for that? To plan that, define CRM's overall objectives at the department level and also at the enterprise level. The departmental level, what will be our objectives? Overall objective is, the example what you have taken is to retain 80% of the customers. So to retain the customers, the manufacturing department, what they should consider as their objective, and the marketing department, what they are going to do, the sales department, what they are going to do, the service department, what they are going to do. All the objectives at department levels should be defined, and also the overall enterprise objectives should also be defined, and include the documentation of high-level CRM business goals in the form of a business document that becomes the focal point for the strategy development, right? Documentation is also very important. Everything should not be like something we have decided and we are going to work for that. Everything should be highly documentalized, so that we'll have, it will be like clear for every employee in the organization, and everyone will work for the same. And this plan should include the details on what needs to be done, what we are going to do, and people who would be responsible for the same, what we are going to do and who is going to do that. These points should be included in our plan. The fundamental changes may occur in the organization because of such an exercise. So what will happen? For example, earlier, now at present, a person is working in a particular department, and now we are changing the functionality of this department, right? So we are giving a more objective to that. A person who cannot survive there, who cannot sustain there, we have to move him, we have to change his location, change his position, right? So definitely few customizations or changes will be required in order to achieve this step, right? And very importantly, there are 5 interrelated areas, right? these 5 areas should be integrated. What are they? Business focus, organizational behavior or organizational structure, business metrics, marketing focus, and technology. These 5 areas should be integrated in order to achieve our implementation plan. If you want a better plan, we have to focus on these 5 areas. These 5 areas should work together. Then our plan will be implementable and will be successful. Teams need to be set up at this phase, as we discussed. What are the things that we are going to do and who is going to do the things. So a particular team is going to work in such a way, and another particular department is going to work in a different way. Like everything is as we are planning now, right? So the teams need to be set up at this phase. Next step is to process design. Processes and operations getting designed around the customers. Earlier the business were one second. So as we discussed earlier, the businesses were profitability oriented, but now everything is customer oriented. All the processes should be customer centric. Whatever you are planning should be from the point of customer. So then only everything will be successful. The firms look at their current processes and try to redesign the processes to make more focused. Effectiveness and efficiency are very important to be considered, right? Here in this stage, we are planning the processes, we are redesigning the processes if required to make it more efficient and more effective, right? And the next step is technology and vendor selection. Here we are selecting the vendors that who can help us in implementing the CRM. Actually, who can provide the technology to our company for implementing the CRM in the planned way. Various technologies and vendors are evaluated in this phase, because number of CRM technology providers are there. Out of them, who will be appropriate to us? That is what the factors considered while evaluating the products from different vendors are: number one, alignment of the technology with the current systems, whether the CRM technology that actually what the vendor is working with at present will be appropriate to us. We have to check that. Is it in alignment with the same our requirement? Maybe in terms of the product nature, maybe in terms of the business nature, business organization size. So whether the vendor is in alignment with our requirement or not, and what are the capabilities of the CRM solution in terms of their functionalities, the vendor, how they are working now, how they are working with other companies, what are the capabilities that they are possessing. So we have to identify these factors, we have to assess, we have to measure all these things, and then the best vendor and the best technology with them will choose, which is appropriate to us, right? And when this phase is finished, when this phase is completed, that means when we have identified and chosen our technology and the vendor, then we have to develop the solution for our problem, for the purpose that what we have decided, right? We, in the sense, now we have actually handed it over to the vendors of CRM technology, right? So the CRM technology vendors are developing a solution in this phase. Within this stage, there are different stages. What are they? Number one is customization of the features, right? At present, actually, they have this technology, they are working for some other organizations, but even though it should be actually appropriate with our requirement, for that definitely customization is required. So firstly they are doing the customization of features, and if something we need and it is not available in the technology, so they have to develop the new factors, right, or the new features whatever are required according to our purpose, and all the processes are to be integrated, right, because a CRM package is not only working for only single function. It has to deal with number of functions, and all the functions together are to be worked. So for that, the integration of the processes is required, and then testing the CRM after integrating the processes, right, all the processes are integrated and now it is ready to work. So before that, what we will do is we will test it by prototype, by checking it at one or two cases, one or two situations. We will check that and if it is working or not, right. So next is to design the database. If again after testing, maybe some definitely errors will be there, right. So after correcting it, the original database is to be designed, right. That means in this phase we have to provide the customer's details, actually where it is to be actually worked. For example, our service is to provide emails. In order to retain the customer, we have to provide periodical emails to the customers, especially customer specific offers. Depending on their purchase history, we have to send the emails. For that, what we need is the database of the customers. So it is very important to design the database, right, and integration of different CRM solutions with each other and also with the back end systems takes place at this stage. Integration of different CRM solutions, all the solutions. Sending email is one solution, and sending WhatsApp message also we need, right. In the same way, sending a general message in the same time also we need to remind them whenever we have some special promotional events. Such kind of all the things should be integrated and to be worked out with this CRM package. So at the end of this stage, we are also integrating different solutions with each other. All the solutions are integrated. When now our CRM package is ready, because everything is all the processes are integrated, all the solutions are integrated, and now CRM package is also built with our database. So now it is ready for implementation. So the next phase is implementation. Here the organization actually is developing the solution and documenting it. We are implementing, and we are also storing the information whenever we are sending the message and whether it is actually reaching to the customers and not or not. And end users need to be trained. The system needs to be sold internally so that it is used. So end users also should be trained. How can they use this CRM package? For example, the CRM package is also allowing the customer to check what are the customer specific offers available. So we have to train the end user also that actually the customers can use it for checking the offers, or maybe for online registrations, maybe to check the status of the order, and various whatever the features that we are providing with this package. The end user should also know all these things, right. So all these things we are doing in this phase, which is implementation phase. Implementation is not the end phase. Everywhere implementation is not enough. After implementing, what is important is measurement. Effectiveness is to be measured. So here it has to involve development of metrics for measuring the performance of the CRM solution and comparing it with the desired performance. So we expected it to do something. Now we are implementing it. So we have to check, right. This is our expectation of doing the CRM package, and whether the implementation is also at the same place or actually there are any variations. We have to periodically check and compare the expected functionality and the actual actually performance. If CRM solution falls short of expectations, firm might go back to refine or redefine its requirements, right? Actually, if there are any differences, what we have to do is again we have to go back and we have to design the CRM again, right? So again we have to come from the back, and developing metrics enable the firms to measure the success of the CRM implementation in terms of how well it has to solve the business problems, right? How we are going to measure it is also important. This measurement metrics are also to be defined, so that actually it enables the organization for successful implementation of the CRM. Sometimes the improvement may be gradual as users become more familiar with the new technology and business processes, right? When the end users are at the ease of using this CRM, then of course it will be more successful and it will be more beneficial to the organization. So this is the CRM implementation procedure or CRM roadmap implementation procedure. And it is also important to know what are the different roles played in the implementation of CRM. What are the different roles required for implementing the CRM roadmap successfully, right? Number of players are there in the implementation of CRM. Let us look at the different roles in CRM application. First role required in the business CRM application is business sponsor. Business sponsor mostly are the fund providers. They provide funds for the application of CRM. They are also responsible to look after either any step of the implementation of the CRM or maybe the entire program of implementing the CRM. So the business sponsor will be responsible for the entire implementation of the CRM package. For developing this program, right, the business sponsor actually how does he work for developing this program? It is also important that the business developer creates the overall goals and objectives, right? He also creates goals and objectives in order to develop the program for successful implementation of the CRM package. Next is CRM setting committee, another role in CRM application. So this setting committee, what they are responsible for? They are responsible for actually convincing the requirement, right? Whatever the requirements for this implementation of CRM, they have to actually get all the requirements and they have to check whether the requirements are fulfilled or not at the regular basis. They also must have awareness about pain points. Pain points means maybe what are the hurdles that they have to face, maybe they will face in the future, and what are the initiative steps they have to take if any hurdles occurs. Everything should be known by this CRM setting committee. Okay. So the next role is implementation project manager. So actually the project manager is responsible for implementation. We are calling as implementation project manager. This project manager is responsible for ensuring all are being implemented as predetermined or not. He has to check whether everything is according to the first step, everything is according to the business sponsor, whatever the requirements actually is provided by this business sponsor and CRM setting committee, everything is fulfilled or not. project manager, he has to periodically evaluate these things. And actually this is lead developer, right? So lead developer, what he is responsible for? The lead developer manages the technical development and adaptation of the CRM products as per the requirements again, right? The lead developer should take part in selection of CRM technology, and he should take part in developing the suitable solutions, right? What are the problems that we are working for, and who is going to do this, how we are going to do that, the technology, what kind of technology we are going to use, all the things should be actually taken care by this lead developer. And database development team is one more role in CRM implementation. The database development team or developer, what they are doing is, their major responsibility is functioning along with the data warehousing of a company and its development team, right? The data warehousing of a company and its development team, how they are functioning, right? So it is the major responsibility of database developer. It is very essential to understand the sources of company systems and acquisition methods. What are the different sources are there, and especially in the company systems, and what are the different acquisition methods that we are going to adopt, all are very essential, and these things should be taken care by the database developer, right? So he is actually developing the database, right? For developing the database, various sources are required. Actually, from where we can get the data, sources should be aware by the database development team. And front end developer generate the end user interface based on the selected CRM. Based on the selected TRM, this front end developer is generating the end user interface, how the end user is going to use it, right? And if required, generating is not only enough, customizing this end user interface is also important, right? For example, Gmail nowadays, they actually changed the user interface. They have given a number of new features in Gmail, right? Such kind of things are to be taken care by this front end developer. And next role is subject matter expert. He is the expert in the subject. Like business people from various departments, the subject matter experts, they have to be effective in taking the good ideas about implementation and measures of CRM. For implementation of the CRM, what are the things that we can do for making it much better? That is what any expert does, right? We are doing in such a way, but if we change a little bit, it will be much more comfortable, much more beneficial to the organization. Such kind of ideas should be brought up by these subject matter experts. So these are the different roles played by the different people while implementing this CRM roadmap. I hope everything is clear. And also there are some optional roles. These are not compulsory. There are some optional roles required in this CRM implementation. So in the implementation of CRM, the first optional role is director of e-business. So it is a separate division. Is director of e-business. Sometimes implementation of CRM can be a separate division. It needs to be evaluated, and all the services or all the functions are to be effectively integrated. For taking care of all these things, there should be a designation, that is director of e-business, especially who is particularly taking care only about this CRM package. Right? And another role is director of data warehousing. He is responsible to gain the gain the successful implementation of the CRM in order to achieve the competitive advantage. So for gaining this competitive advantage, what are the things that we can do? What are the different types of sources that we can use to get the database, and how to use that database also? Everything will be taken care by this director of data warehousing. What are the different secondary sources and primary sources are there? How can we get the data? And this data we will give it to the CRM vendors, and we will make them to use it in a way which will be advantage or beneficial to our organization. Right? Another role is Chief Information Officer. This Chief Information Officer is responsible of providing appropriate resources along with the IT department. He also works along with the IT department. This Chief Information Officer, one second, please. The Chief Information Officer approves and authorizes the systems and facilitate the appropriate information resource. Right? So next is Vice President of Strategic Planning. Usually in large companies it is required. Small companies, this Vice President of Strategic Planning may not be required. And this, if Vice President of Strategic Planning is there, he is responsible for showing a business area with the CRM team. Right? So if any information from the business area is to be shared with the CRM team, right, he has to share that information, whatever is required. Who will share? Vice President of the Strategic Planning. Next is Chief Planning Officer. Particularly he deals only with the planning of the CRM, right? What are the things are to be planned, how we are going to plan it. At the time of planning phase, he plays a vital role. So that's it about CRM roadmap. Thank you.